What is up, YouTube fans? It's your boy Head Unboosted Guy back again. Got another video for you. I know it's been a little while, but today we're going to be installing some suspension parts on the Mustang. I bought the Bmr Irs Lockout Kit, and let's see how it goes. So here's the kit. I got the red stabilization arms. I don't know if they're powder coated or painted. Looks like they might be powder coated. It's hard to tell. These guys here go on the bottom of the rear mounts. These go on the top of the rear mounts, and then these go on top of where these mount in the front. So these arms replace these stamped out metal arms right here. So really all you got to do is loosen all four of the mounting bolts. There's another one right there. Lower the whole cradle slightly. You're going to want to support the rear end with a jack stand, which I'm going to do here in a minute. Then I'm going to loosen all four of those bolts, and then I'm going to remove the arms, replace them. These ones get torqued down to 120 foot-pounds of torque, and then I believe these ones are around 41 or 42 foot-pounds. And it's a good idea to get it aligned after you're done, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scribe some marks here on the side of the cradle and on the rail to make sure I'm lined up just right, and that'll pretty much do it. So let me get set up with the jack stand here and we'll loosen up these bolts. That wasn't in there very tight, and it's got blue Loctite on it. It almost went all the way out. Dirt in the face. Before I drop it down, I'm going to mark where the cradle's at. I'm not going to be able to get an alignment from today. Let me do that real quick. Okay, as you can see, I got that one there marked with a white marker. Did the same thing in the back, both sides. So that'll help me make sure that I get it right in the exact same spot. So I won't have to do an alignment maybe at all. At least it'll hold me off to a while. I'll have it checked eventually here soon. Okay, so I took out the two larger 21mm bolts out of the left side. I started to lower it down. It's getting hung up on this, so this has got to come out. And I lifted it back up because it was kind of resting on it there. All right, now I should be able to lower the cradle a bit. Just want to get it low enough so I can slide the spacers on top. See if I can get this rear one. Oh yeah, easy. So this one up here is going to go right up there. Just kind of sits over that bushing. The center's kind of drilled out just perfect to fit on there. And then on the bottom, we have this guy. So you see how this has the ears on the sides? Those go around the flat sides of this lower piece here, and then the bolt goes back up underneath. So let me do that, put that bolt back in real quick. not going all the way up because it's not going to be this side. So the other spacer is going to go right on top. Still don't have enough room. I'm going to lower this down just a little bit more. Okay, I got it. I just had to take that other bolt out. It just wasn't really dropping enough. But so that fits right on top. The cupped part goes down because it cups the whole cradle mount right there. And then the arm is on like this. And it bolts in right there. So they say not to bolt in these bolts yet. Get all four corners done, then lift it back up, and then you'll probably have to pry it with the pry bar to get them to line up. Just because it spaces it down a little bit, so that's all. Should be fairly easy. Let's see if I can get this bolt started here. Lift it up a little bit. And just start it by hand. Socket on it because it's kind of deep in there. All right. This other one started a little bit. This thing's touching. All right. We got those in. I'm going to drop these bolts on this side. Okay, I believe these are torqued down to 129 foot-pounds. Quite a bit of torque when you're doing it over your head. Just don't want to slip and bust a knuckle. That's good. Quite a ways to go. I had trouble with this one. It kind of got cross-threaded a little bit. So I put some lube on it and kind of went back and forth a few times trying to clean up the threads. I think it's just about there. Just don't want to break the bolt. That would suck. Woo! All right. That one's got ways to go too. strength. Don't worry, I'll get it. We got one thing. We got to do the 13 middles up there. There we are. The left front. And you can see I got my lines lined up pretty damn good. Here's the left rear. Got that spacer up top. Looks pretty flush. And then that piece down there. Same with the right rear. Get that piece right there. And then the upper spacer, you can see that that's lined up pretty damn good. And the right front. Lines are lined up. All in all, it wasn't too bad. So we'll take it for a drive and see if we feel any difference just driving it around. And this also gives me a chance. I'm going to go through and check some of my exhaust hardware, because this stuff tends to get loose. Put some good Loctite on there last time. It's still, so I can move it with my fingers. Hear that? So it's a little loose. Just crank down on them a little bit. So I had a plastic bag get stuck to my exhaust a couple weeks ago. It's been burning off. Stinks. But all right, we'll be back once I am out of here. We'll check it out. So just in case you guys are wondering what other suspension mods I have these Bmr lower control arm links. They're billet aluminum. They have a whole bunch of them out there. I just like the way these ones looked. They pretty much all do the same thing. And then I have the Ibach lowering springs right there, all the way around. I think I dropped it like 1.5 inches, something like that. So that, and then of course the Bmr Lockout Kit. So hopefully this thing will launch pretty good now. Cross your fingers. Alright, I've got the Bmr Irs Lockout Kit installed. This is the first drive. See how it feels. Can't really test it fully until we get to the track and we have some slicks on it. Get on it a little bit and see how it reacts. Yeah, I can feel it. Right away I can feel the tires bite down into the ground. Usually it would have a little bit of a hop to it, and it's more of a kick in the seat now versus before it was kind of a soft launch. It wasn't as hard, but I definitely felt it in the rear for sure. Well, looks like it's working. So there's no popping, there's no creaking or anything like that. I don't hear any resonating noise through it at all, but I definitely felt the tires grab a little bit better, even though they're street tires. So it's pretty awesome. Well, I would say that was a success. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. We'll see you next time. Thanks.